This will be more of a philosophical video about knowledge, about learning, and in essence about being a programmer in 2026. As we all know, we are in the period where AI can generate code. I wouldn't say it can think. It simply knows how to yield certain patterns that it has been trained on, or something like that. Anyway, it doesn't think, in my opinion. But we as humans think, I believe. But this is not the direction this video I would like to go towards. In this video, I like to share an experience that I recently had. I had it today, and it concerned learning and the beauty of learning and the beauty of simply being curious and learning without having a higher purpose or a defined purpose, but doing so just because you feel like it, just because you like it. So today I was trying to do some yearly backup, and the problem that I faced was that I wanted to convert all of the files, all of the file names in a certain directory to lowercase. Since there were many of them, or I should say not very few of them, I couldn't have done that manually, and so I went for a bash command that will solve the problem in seconds or in milliseconds. And while solving this problem, this got me thinking that I would guess that most of the programmers would simply prompt the AI, copy paste, maybe try at least to understand, and then they would simply solve the problem. However, the approach I took, and this isn't because I think the behavior that I previously described is a bad one. This isn't simply my way of doing things. I try to understand, I try to take things slow, especially when I'm in my free time and I know I can allow myself to learn. That is not to say that if things need to go fast, I will spend time to learn. I also try to get a bit of that, but I will focus on the main problem when it's due. But coming back to my example, my first action was to actually not write a prompt for the AI, and what I did was to search for my problem on Google. Then I went on reading on Stack Overflow. I didn't like the first answer, or maybe other answers, but my eyes stick to this solution. I tried to apply this, and I haven't copy pasted it. I've written it by hand because I was simply curious. I wanted to understand this syntax. I'm not unfamiliar with Bash, but I wouldn't say that I'm proficient with it. But I've always liked to understand what's going on because in my experience with Bash, things are very elegant if you know how to apply them well, because Bash has many features that can surprise you with their efficiency and their preciseness, I would say. And so I went ahead and I've written this command by hand. It didn't work. I searched for the error. I prompted the AI with the error because I wanted to solve that problem. Sometimes the AI is just a more efficient browser, and this was the case for me. I didn't want to give me the exact solution to my problem, but I wanted to give a solution to a sub-problem that I had. And in my case, the problem was just a reason for why a thing was happening. It wasn't the solution itself. And so this led me to, in the end, to a better understanding of Bash, and it also led me to this document which I'm not very sure how many would like the experience to read such a document, because I would guess that many people got already used to using AI, and they are no longer used to reading boring documentation, which is this one. I would quote boring because my impression is that most of the essence of knowledge can be found in these boring documents, or I would say boring and complex and a bit dreadful, because they are complex and they require a lot of cognitive effort to get through them. But anyways, my thought is that I'm very happy that I ended up here. I've solved my problem with 3 browser tabs and 1 AI chat and 1 AI very quick conversation to solve the problem and to also understand, because the difference between the first approach which was simply to prompt the AI and choose an answer and apply it, and maybe read very quickly over the solution and then being done. This was the first approach. The second approach was to actually understand, to explore, to get your hands dirty, to try stuff. The main difference between, or I should say there are at least 2 differences, but one of them is, of course, the second one, which I took, it took longer. Maybe it took me like 15 minutes, which could have done in, let's say, 5 minutes. And what also did, because it took more, I was also more involved. I've done some cognitive effort to understand this problem. And one result of that is that now I'm able to write a for loop in a bash command. Not a bash script, but a bash command. This is something that I couldn't have done before trying this solution. Now I know more about quoting variables when using, let's say, the move command. Now I know about parameter expansion. Now I know a bit more of this about this very weird syntax, which is this one. And I guess this is the power of learning. I'm in favor of making cognitive effort to understand, because this is how real knowledge is able to essentially fit into your brain. And so my conclusion for this very short, or I shouldn't say very short video, is that understanding and pursuing knowledge is something beautiful that can be done just for curiosity, just because you like it. And with this, I would like to also give a heads up to maybe whoever is watching. In my case, I'm a programmer, and of course that involves writing code. But although writing code nowadays is it's very easy just because of AI tools, this doesn't mean that I should stop learning, that I should explore the weird stuff that pretty much nobody bothers with, such as bash syntax. In my opinion, such things pay off in the long run, and this knowledge can also save you time. It can also make you more knowledgeable when making decisions. Yeah, so that's my thought on this. The essence of my video, I would like it to be that don't forget the fact that learning requires effort. It requires time, attention, maybe some moments of being angry, but this is how learning is done. It requires effort. You have to be involved in that. And copy pasting and reading just a bit on the solution, it might solve your problem, but it will most likely not contribute to your understanding. So this was my video, and with this video you've also seen that I'm a bachata dancer. I'm also a salsa dancer, and yeah, I was trying to basically apply the same thing but to dancing. And yeah, this wasn't planned for this video, but I guess it is what it is. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.